As we speak, the night sky is undergoing profound changes that could transform its appearance within just a few decades, or even sooner. These aren't minor shifts. Astronomers and space experts across the globe are raising the alarm. One of the biggest warnings comes from well-known astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson, who has confirmed that Polaris, our North Star, is facing a drastic transformation. What's even more alarming is that the true story behind this change is disturbing. For centuries, Polaris has held a unique place in the night sky. Its central and unchanging position made it a vital reference point. Stargazers, navigators, and scientists have relied on it as a beacon for direction and measurement. But now, that stability could be lost. Experts are warning that Polaris is changing in ways that could have serious consequences for our understanding of space and the tools we use to measure it. This change has sparked global concern, and with good reason. Polaris has always been more than just a star. It's been a guide through the ages, a shining example of celestial consistency. But now, it may be reaching its final stage of life. In September 2023, a respected study presented by the Royal Astronomical Society brought attention to Polaris' uncertain future. It suggested that the star could be on the verge of exploding, a possibility that stunned the astronomy community. Before we dive into the implications, let's look more closely at what Polaris really is. Often known as the North Star, Polaris appears nearly motionless in the northern sky because it sits so close to the celestial North Pole. It's part of the Ursa Minor constellation and is much larger and brighter than our Sun. Despite seeming like a single star, Polaris is actually a complex triple star system. The main components are Polaris A and Polaris AB, which orbit closely. The third star, Polaris B, circles them from a greater distance. These stars influence each other gravitationally, which impacts their brightness and behavior. Changes in brightness or pulse pattern can indicate trouble. The interaction among the three stars means any imbalance could lead to unexpected changes in their light output or life cycle. Polaris is about 323 light-years away from Earth. That means the light we see today left the star more than 3 centuries ago. If Polaris exploded right now, we wouldn't see the effects until the year 2348. This delay is a perfect example of how complex space observation can be. In fact, some scientists believe Polaris may have already exploded, and we are simply waiting for the light from that event to reach us. Throughout human history, Polaris has guided explorers, travelers, and entire civilizations. Its presence has had cultural and symbolic meaning as a symbol of direction and reliability. But recently, Polaris has started showing erratic behavior. Its brightness is no longer predictable. Instead of maintaining a steady pattern, it's dimming and brightening irregularly. Astronomers are studying these changes closely. One significant finding is that the pulsation duration has increased by about 4.5 seconds. That might seem minor, but in stellar terms, it's a big deal. Some experts think these changes are being caused by gravitational forces within the star system. Others believe the star is rapidly approaching a supernova. There's even a comparison being made to Betelgeuse, another massive star in the Orion constellation. It too has shown fluctuating brightness, sparking supernova fears. NASA has been monitoring Betelgeuse closely, noting its strange and sudden changes. In contrast, there has been no official alert about Polaris, even though signs point to a similar end. Stars go through many phases before dying. In the beginning, stars are cooler and dimmer. Over time, they enter the main sequence, where they burn hydrogen and remain stable for billions of years. Eventually, hydrogen runs out. The star then expands into a red giant, increases in brightness, and finally explodes in a supernova. This is the fate that may now be facing Polaris. If Polaris explodes, it could become one of the brightest objects in our sky, even brighter than the moon. The light show could last for weeks or months, lighting up the night like never before. It may even display brilliant colors and shifting brightness before finally disappearing. This would dramatically alter our view of constellations like Ursa Major and Ursa Minor, since Polaris is part of these star patterns. Even though it sounds dramatic, we would be completely safe on Earth. Polaris is far enough away that any explosion wouldn't harm us physically. Still, its disappearance from the sky would be deeply felt. Polaris has long been a celestial constant, and its absence would mark the end of an era in stargazing and navigation. Although the event might not be as bright as a Betelgeuse supernova, it would still be visible to the naked eye and outshine many stars around it. It could become a moment of wonder for the world. If you enjoyed the video, we invite you to show your support by leaving a like, subscribing, and activating the notification bell. This motivates us to continue creating content. Subscribe to our channel and thanks for watching.